In this video, we're going to learn how to find the inverse of a function step by step. Let's start with a basic example. Suppose we have f of x equals 5x plus 3. So what's the first thing we need to do? Step 1, replace f of x with y. So now we write y equals 5x plus 3. Step 2, switch x and y. That means wherever you see y, write x, and wherever you see x, write y. So now we have x equals 5y plus 3. Step 3, solve for y. We need to isolate y completely. First, subtract 3 from both sides. X minus 3 equals 5y. Now divide both sides by 5. Y equals x minus 3 divided by 5. So the inverse function is f inverse of x equals x minus 3 divided by 5. And that's it. That's the full process. Now let's try something a little different. Suppose f of x equals x cubed minus 6. Go ahead and try it before I continue. First step, replace f of x with y. Y equals x cubed minus 6. Now switch x and y. X equals y cubed minus 6. Next, solve for y. Add 6 to both sides. X plus 6 equals y cubed. Now we need to isolate the variable y. So how do we undo a cube? To remove a cube, we take the cube root of both sides. So we get the cube root of x plus 6 equals the cube root of y cubed. On the right side, the cube root and the exponent 3 cancel each other out. That simply leaves us with y. So now we have the cube root of x plus 6 equals y. Finally, rewrite the answer using inverse notation. The inverse function is f inverse of x equals the cube root of x plus 6. Again, you could expand it if necessary, but it's not required unless instructed. Let's raise the difficulty a little more. Find the inverse of f of x equals the square root of x minus 4 plus 1. Pause the video and try it. Step 1. Y equals the square root of x minus 4 plus 1. Step 2. Switch x and y. X equals the square root of y minus 4 plus 1. Now isolate y. First subtract 1 from both sides. X minus 1 equals the square root of y minus 4. Now we need to isolate y. How do we remove a square root? To remove a square root, we square both sides. So we get x minus 1 squared equals the square root of y minus 4 squared. On the right side, the square and the square root cancel each other out. That simply leaves us with x minus 1 squared equals y minus 4. Now we still need to isolate y. Add 4 to both sides. X minus 1 squared plus 4 equals y. Now rewrite the final answer using inverse notation. The inverse function is f inverse of x equals x minus 1 squared plus 4. And that is the final answer. Suppose we are given f of x equals the cube root of x minus 2 plus 5. We want to find the inverse function. Step 1. Replace f of x with y. Y equals the cube root of x minus 2 plus 5. Step 2. Switch x and y. Everywhere you see x, replace it with y. Everywhere you see y, replace it with x. So now we have x equals the cube root of y minus 2 plus 5. Step 3. Solve for y. We need to isolate y completely. First, subtract 5 from both sides. X minus 5 equals the cube root of y minus 2. Now we need to remove the cube root. How do we undo a cube root? To remove a cube root, we cube both sides. So we get x minus 5 to the third power equals the cube root of y minus 2 to the third power. On the right side, the cube and the cube root cancel each other out. That leaves us with x minus 5 to the third power equals y minus 2. We are almost done. Now add 2 to both sides. X minus 5 to the third power plus 2 equals y. Final step, write the inverse function. The inverse function is f inverse of x equals x minus 5 to the third power plus 2. And that is the final answer. We are given f of x equals 2x plus 5 divided by 3x minus 1. We want to find the inverse. Replace f of x with y. Y equals 2x plus 5 divided by 3x minus 1. Switch x and y. X equals 2y plus 5 divided by 3y minus 1. Cross multiply. Write x as x over 1 and cross multiply. 1 times 2y plus 5 equals x times 3y minus 1. So we get 2y plus 5 equals 3xy minus x. Move all y terms to one side. Subtract 3xy from both sides. Now we have negative 3xy plus 2y plus 5 equals negative x. Subtract 5 from both sides. Negative 3xy plus 2y equals negative x minus 5. Rewrite in standard order, 2y minus 3xy equals negative x minus 5. Factor y from the left side. Y times 2 minus 3x equals negative x minus 5. Divide both sides by 2 minus 3x. Y equals negative x minus 5 divided by 2 minus 3x. Final answer. The inverse function is f inverse of x equals negative x minus 5 divided by 2 minus 3x. And that completes the process step by step.